Linda enters the house carrying vegetables. Seeing her, the mother-in-law angrily says, "Oh, just look at the time. You remember to come home only now?" Linda politely replies, "Oh, Mom, there was a meeting at the company today, so I got late." The mother-in-law says harshly, "Wow, at least you could have informed us in advance that you'd be late. We've been waiting for so long, we're starving." The sister-in-law adds, "Exactly. If you've already eaten and drunk outside, then you don't care about us at all." Linda says, "I haven't even had a sip of water yet." The mother-in-law says in a strict tone, "All right, enough talking. Go and cook. If you keep talking like this, when will the food be ready?" Hearing this, Linda quietly places the vegetables on the table, takes off her coat, and starts chopping the vegetables. After a while, Shia says, "Sister-in-law, please turn the AC up a bit. The whole house is filled with smoke." Sometime later, Linda says, "Mom, Shia, come and have dinner." Both of them get up and come to the dining table. As she looks at the food, Shia says, "Is this all? Only these 2 dishes?" Linda explains, "There's also a soup. It'll be ready in a moment." Looking at the food, Shia says, "What kind of food is this? Is this even edible?" At that moment, Max comes and starts listening. The mother-in-law criticizes and says, "Well, good food takes time to make. She just came back after working overtime, so obviously the food won't be that good. Anyway, just eat it somehow." Just then, Max walks in. Seeing him, the mother-in-law happily says, "Oh, my son is back. Son, have you eaten or not?" Max replies, I already ate outside." After a while, Shia comes and asks, "Sister-in-law, where did you keep my gold set?" Linda answers, "It's in the wardrobe." Shia says irritably, "I checked, but I can't find it." The mother-in-law says sternly, "Don't eat right now. Go and help her." Listening to her, Linda quietly puts the food aside and leaves. When she returns later and is about to sit down to eat, the mother-in-law comes and asks, "Linda, is my bed ready?" At the same time, Shia says, "Sister-in-law, did you warm my quilt?" Linda replies, "Oh, sorry, I forgot." Shia angrily says, "What's wrong with your memory? I told you so many times and you forgot this too. How am I supposed to sleep tonight?" Suddenly, Max slams his hand on the table, stands up and says loudly, "Do you think of her like an animal? Do you really think she's just a servant in this house? What do you expect from her? Does she owe you something? There are so many people in this house. Is it necessary that only she cooks? If she works overtime till midnight, do you seriously expect everyone to stay hungry and wait for her to come back and cook?" Shia says, "Brother, I want to cook, but I don't know how." Max replies firmly, "Then learn. Do you have to depend on your sister-in-law for everything? Can't you solve your own problems? If you can't cook, can't you just pick up your phone and order food online? My wife cooks well, but none of you ever says a single word of appreciation. If the food is good, you still complain. If it's slightly less good, she becomes the culprit for the whole family. She even takes care of everything for you, even warming your beds. My wife doesn't owe you anything. If you want to live here, live peacefully. Otherwise, there's no need to stay here. Buy tickets tomorrow and go back to the village comfortably." So friends, you saw how Max stood by his wife. Max went against his mother and sister and stood by his wife. Do you think his decision was right? If you were in his place, what would you have done? And out of 10, how many points would you give this story?